Yo, yo. Welcome. We will be starting the final day of Turnabout Corner, which is a trial-only day. Shouldn't take too long, but we'll be finding the killer. Well, hopefully there are more panties. There might be some feet. Sorry. I get really nervous every time. I don't know what it is about. Well, it's probably because I have to be American. It's my first time. I've never been American before. Yeah, I felt kind of sick earlier. But we powered through. Because it's the last day. I just felt kind of dizzy mostly. Shameless X Nova? Oh, thank you. Welcome. Oh, and thank you for the follow as well. I saw that this morning. Welcome. Alright. Let's get going. I don't know if there's like a pattern to when it auto saves. Oh, that's today. Somehow I'm always scared that it won't be today. I messed it all up. Oh, Trucy. The gold-colored human skeleton. Oh, bald man. I find his bald head reassuring. This is the big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 AM or so. Oh, what time did you wake up? 3 AM. It's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. With that voice. Papa. Here, get any sleep? Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine passive joint seem almost fun. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? Oh ho ho! That Sherman tank of a mom. Nope, guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're out already, Trucy. Ha 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 ha. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiancée. She's going to be a witness? That seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé? I have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry, I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. God, what are you saying? That sounds like a different game. Wait, how long were they standing around? Well, 8 minutes. Very punctual. She's always saying panties! I don't mind. I respect the panties. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie-Talkie. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well. To recap. While yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party. Guilty of panty snatching? We did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Head Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside. The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed. How does this guy have a job? I mean, I like him because I like his boat head. And he's always on my side in the end. Maybe. His fiancée, Herr Judge, his partner for life with no chance of parole. Very well, you may show the lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fraulein. Alida Tiala. My occupation is future wife. Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. I bet. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution? To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty. Another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Walkie-Talkie, confessed his plans? His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Can you hear me pressing the spacebar? I'm paranoid suddenly. Am I pressing the spacebar too loud? Oh, hydrate. I'm sorry, I'll be gentle. Sure as I'm a true gamer. It was the day that the family health checkout for adults came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. Oh, the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then. Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this is being proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks? Think of them as being the gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. Defense may begin the cross-examination. Let's see. She's like gorgeous. She has like one of my favorite character designs. Well, other people can get the gun. Well, only his parents, I guess. Well, she could get it if he gave it to her. Well, they didn't say that. How can you say that for certain? How? Leave me alone! My forehead. You will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. Oh my god, he's so annoying. Ugh! It's the defendant, Waki was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Someone else have used that pistol? Anyone can do it, I don't know. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Wait. I assume we mean her. Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. Are we just accusing her now? Okay. Take it! Well, of course, I mean you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. I hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. Take that! That looks like the cool chart found inside a safe at the Miraculous Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiara, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiara? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. My warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiara, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't, now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right? That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love, flaws and all. There's no connection now doesn't fly in the court of law. Doesn't fly. He's one tough nut. Probably feels right at home in the Kentuckys. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. Shoes? Well, the shoes which were there. Take that! These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. I'm sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. What's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you're unaware that toes leave toe prints. Said to foot lover. Simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help Waki get back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Waki and more about yourself. Seems as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. I feel like everyone's voice sounds the same, I'm sorry. Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well. A witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day? I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year, since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. By mistake, you mean? A mistake we heard about from the defendant. Watched operation. He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? That does make sense. Yes, but there's still one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? Sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home too. They would look really good in here. So why were the sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, forehead? Oh, what the? No fair! It's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Forehead. There's nothing wrong with his forehead, for the record. The nail polish. Diana. Well, did she agree to get the chart? No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice, but you won't find a thing. She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it, too. Free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. A little look at this for me. Objection! This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes? Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maraxis didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad head, Doctor. I hope he dies. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Walkie's failed operation. Interesting. You are in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Head Doc Aura! Bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday. Like you said. Who said that? Oh, Tracy. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Eh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then what do we do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo. With your eyes and your senses. It's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. No! Not armpit! Gotcha! Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? He was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Huh? Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. Got her on the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow, with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. I don't know. Because he found out about it, that the bullet was in there. Or the checkup report. Take that! Health checkup report. Belonging to the defendant. Kitakis were trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest X-ray would reveal. Ugh. Full half-year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. And the chart came back to haunt you. Eek! There's feathers! Her tongue is huge. That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? Sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So, the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. He said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed, a bit too deep. If the Kitakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Order, order! I did it. I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait. Miss Tiala? It's true that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Walkie and went home. Here's this. Cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us, this is clear. Yet, it's not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well. The witness will add this to our testimony, and we'll have a bit more cross-examination. I was so close. You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. She's like a beautiful woman. Hold it. How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning? Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky even. He wouldn't be scared to learn Ikitaki was after them. Incidentally, the court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday right here in this courtroom. Yeah, really impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which I carried you back to your chambers. Really? Sounds like the judge had quite a fright. Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus' office that day, huh? But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo. I know. But we can't prove when it happened. Or that Alita Tiala was in any way involved. Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? And figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. Well, okay, so I'm gonna go with the bullet because this safe was open at that time. Yeah. And that was the day that the gun was in action. Objection! Say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? It looks like a squished out ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually. What does that mean? This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala. Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic. Yeah, but I stole it from the safe without telling the police, which is probably fine. Oh, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe. I guess the police didn't check that far. There is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day? Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? Ding! Pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. The marks on this bullet matched the murder weapon, and that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, her forehead. He gets really sweaty. It's traditional. Everyone gets really sweaty. You should see how sweaty everyone else gets. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. "30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. You know what that means? They took the bullet out of his brain. Or whatever. Actually, can I look at it? There's no bullet hole in this thing. It was probably in his brain. Well, seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. Well, then that safe proves one fact. Pistol was fired in that office that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. You would think someone was threatening Dr. Miraculous in order to open the safe. Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Order, order, order! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him, and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Katakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money, a fortune if you will. Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune? For the judge, this is just like a TV show that he goes to watch every day at work. He just comes and amazing plot twists happen before his eyes. And he's like, whoa! And then he's like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be judging. You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Huh? Me? Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her, she's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor, me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too, there in that park. Waki, just cool down a second, please. You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll... Tee hee hee hee, ha ha ha. Miss Alita? I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Lucky. Wake up and smell reality. Alita baby? The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita. Honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So, the family fortune is what you're really after. That's right. I wanted the money. No way, that's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me? Accuse. Of what crime, may I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl. Sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it in the safe after I'd already left the clinic. What? I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but what are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol, now did I? Well, you could have taken Waki's. You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is, "It was me, I shot him." That's only because he's trying to protect you. Wool minus 5 HP. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she's threatened the doctor into opening that safe. But then... wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh! You see? The chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. Ah! He's right. Ms. Tiala. Yes? It's clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, you've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime. She's actually really fun to voice. Go ahead and clip it. I'm enjoying myself. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Miraculous was shot in the temple or not. Went back later. That chart was dangerous, you understand? I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. You couldn't get the chart then, could you? And later that night, Dr. Miraculous was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. Ah, that was you? Thump! Apollo! That sound! It came from behind this door! Someone's in there. Break in! They left through that window! So you were the burglar. That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? That's trespassing, and brazen at that. Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Let's see. Well, it does matter because we spent a whole child day talking about whether he was shot in the temple and also panties. That's not relevant, but we did talk about it. I feel like it's worth mentioning since Tracy wants to mention it very badly. I think it matters. The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? Maybe she did get her panties stolen. I don't remember this happening, but maybe it did. If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. aa4 still has his panties. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot. That's not true, Your Honor. That testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime. But he was standing to the north, next to the trash can, where he tossed those panties. Mr. Stickler shouted from this location. The bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Tracy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. I always have bread soup for breakfast. Just bread and water. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken. Oh, but his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken. Then why don't you show us her forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness, panties guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? Ah ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Laughs in German. I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Walkie Kataki was standing at the killer mark. Leslie Stickler at the witness mark. And of course, Palmeractus was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when he shot the victim? I know. Secret third option. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from? Bonk. Time to raise the roof and the stakes. Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? Well, what if they were a bit more terrifying? Shut up! Not necessary. He's just having fun. He's literally just playing and having fun. And that's fine, actually. It's better than the usual prosecutors who want to kill me. Like so. Double penalty? Is he allowed to do that? Why do we have a penalty system in this court? And forehead wishes to take us in a new direction? One direction. Then you must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time. It's more than time. Are you sure, Paula? The key is to witness Mr. Stickler's testimony. Oh. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, then there's only one place the killer could have been. I mean, we don't necessarily know that he turned when he shouted. We're just assuming that. I don't think Stickler ever actually said that he turned. He's just like, he shouted, and that's how the bullet was in his temple. I mean, what would he know? What would I know? Well, I know. I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude. Sorry. Ms. Alita Tiala. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. I don't think we should have. Let's not go that far. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at the moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order, order, order. So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand? Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you'd know this if you were pulling someone along. Hi Pixie! Welcome! Thanks for coming, thanks for the pets. Something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone is in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Well, too bad. Oh, I do have it actually. The foot. Oh, he nods. Got it right here. Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. Feet. Do I have, like... Oh, those slippers? That were the feet that were there? Oh, the ad break is gonna start. The Maractus Clinic, and they're covered in paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala. Toe print was found in the left slipper. Ugh. In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand. Eek! You would nerf. Foot lover. I'm leaving. Ad break time. Hey, the ad break actually came when it said it would come. That's crazy. Well, I'm gonna take a break. Quickly. What is my BLB? Back. I stood up My legs were shaking like a baby deer. I want to hear more about Roblox as soon as possible. Can this be called a footprint in good faith? Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. The slipper wouldn't leave a trace on the cobblestone path. Hang on. Oh, I don't get to have the diagram? But wasn't Stickler standing on the cobblestone path? And maybe Walkie as well. Oh, who cares? Yeah, you still can't say this is a footprint, yeah? Yeah. Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground? That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. How could someone have hidden in that stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. Actually, I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be... Well, Mr. Justice, you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? You can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand. The schemer... Just the one bowl? Do I not have evidence of more bowls? Take that! This is a noodle bowl, stolen from the stolen Aldune's noodle stand. Noodle. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Aldune was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it, without that stand I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night there was space in that noodle side. There was space inside that noodle stand. I don't want to say noodle anymore. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Ms. Alita Tiala. Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than the spoiled brat's pickup lines. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus. More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale. Then please, pull us back down to reality, Ms. Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brat got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth, or it's over. Start perceiving now! Well, we know she didn't just talk to him because he's dead. Oh, beautiful woman. Oh, beautiful woman. Oh, I missed it. Gotcha! All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and then give it all away. The proof is you, Ms. Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? My Twitch livestream on twitch.com. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? What? This is working better than I hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies, 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Oh, Polar, now you're just saying things. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. I don't know. Well... the lamp! We don't have anything else from the office, and I don't know what this is for. Blood. Apollo! Are you locked in? This cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? I used to write my name on my magic ropes. Why did you stop? Oh, it looks like my tail. Well, guys... No, I've got it. That's lipstick, guys. It's like a beautiful woman's lipstick. Take that! What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I could come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer is very simple. Ms. Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf. Pivot! Pivot! Eek! You can't do that, Polar, you're a pervert, is what he says. It's a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yeah, we seem to have drifted off target. We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothing. Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No! No! Kya! I knew it. I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait. Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness, specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus, and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus clinic. Eek! Etc. Order, order, order! Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. She's awesome. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic scene is lost patient, says the guy who I don't have a voice for because he died 3 days ago. You have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin. What? I know what you're up to. You went in with the family. If they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. If I'm going down, I'll want some company. You, pervert, pervert. And what happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. So, you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord is your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I? Ack! Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it, it's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
There is some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Ms. Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this.
Stop! Whee!
Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock!
What?
Those spikes in your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Oh my god. Sukudo Gavin. Palmeractus choked the Lady Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There's more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand?
Lady Tiala, half dead, Dr. Maractus pulling that stand. And the bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? We might have all already figured out what truly happened that night.
Ms. Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me? Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki, so she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
Then something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Maractus? It does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Lolita Tiala, perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Herr Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do?
Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala.
Do I have evidence to show what he did next?
He hit someone with a car! When did that happen? Well, he put her in a noodle stand. Take that!
As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guile Dune's noodle stand.
What, killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand?
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy?
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Oh, wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those balls with something. Your corpse, Tiala. Hashtag my corpse. My corpse. Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. And the next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy. Then let's think about it, logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Wakikataki? Dr. Maractus's no good, very bad night. I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. The spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal a stand. Tell me, why would someone go to dead end? Unless the park was his destination. His final destination. What? Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. Where exactly was the victim dragging that stand? The river! So, that's a river. Yes, Your Honor. You scarcely need to explain why. Perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river? I didn't have many other options, Fraulein. Am I pronouncing Fraulein wrong? Fräulein! It's okay, he doesn't know what he's saying either. He doesn't know, he's fake, he's faking. He's just a fake German pervert. I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Ms. Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement. I don't know how to pronounce, but I know this word. Wesley Stickler, penny-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts, "Don't be gay!" In that instant. Surprise! So, I shot him? You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you. Well, Miss Tiala? Nice work. You mean I'm right? I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? There's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Where of what? Can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out her forehead's errors? Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fraulein speaks of her doctor's car. His car. That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage. In which sat a green sports car, was it? Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand, and our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. What an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh, yes, I nearly forgotten about it. Did we even tell him? Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, Ugh! Bonk. His hand is huge. Glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No! No! My forehead! What about the judge's forehead? Order, order, order! Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. Oh, pants. Right? The car had pants inside. Do pants make a car not work? I want to believe. I have an idea. All coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. Pantsu. Let's see now. Panties again! That's how I feel. All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Ugh. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties, the latest in a string of similar thefts actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. The brave young girl chased the thief until he hid, and the dog was there, in the Miraculous Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them. Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you're here investigating?
And I was on my way home, then my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog. My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run.
My hog.
My, how interesting. Well, Miss Tialer and the doctor were struggling. Panty Snatcher snuck into the Miraculous garage. From that time until the time we found these, the car wouldn't start.
What? That's why Dr. Miraculous had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Not right now. No one cares. No one cares. Was Clavier trying to give us a clue? Probably not. I think he's just stupid. Well, Miss Tiala? This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
So it does. Where am I? So dark, can't see, cramped. Pain, my throat's burning.
What's your problem?
You, Doc, I know what you did. Ah!
Lucky?
You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain.
Fine, I'll give you your last request.
Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. Not just me. No! He'll ruin everything! I have to stop him.
Cease this at once, you two! Why is she slaying her? God forbid women do anything.
Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Miraculous didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Waki declared guilty, it was you.
I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing?
She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. Don't care, Clavia. Leave me alone. You lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter here, forehead? Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Hot! Milky! What is adjourned? That's in an hour. Great job, Apollo. You did it. Yeah, we did somehow. Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank. Hey, attorney man. You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes. Or to blame, I guess. You give my Alita back. Stupid pointy-headed attorney with a death wish. Enough, Walkie. Mr. Kitaki. It's high time you open your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours. You have an up life trying to become some kind of businessman? Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie? Apollo has something to tell you. Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot. What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? For an amazing reason! Take that! Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. We need money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. Doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. It's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Please understand, Walkie. Dad. Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for... Walkie? Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the real OG. You try to hide in your business, dude, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. Mike, Walkie! No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kitaki, I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words. I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who? Me? I don't think... Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kentucky Lime Pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going. Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. I love that painting! Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. No, I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first. Huh? Where? Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Aldu. Salty noodles, right. You gotta stand back already? Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance from the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh, it's special, alright. Please, anything but him. The end! And then we ate noodles forever. Yay! Well, I kind of give Mr. Hat any accent depending on his vibes at the time, because Trucy has the range. Let's leave it there, because I don't want to... Wait. I don't want to accidentally start the next one. We did it! My 3 days is over! For less than a month. Because the next one is on the 7th of July. Wait! Maybe it's the 8th. Because I have 4 days in here. But one of them might be like the day that the crime happens. Wait. Huh? Huh? Why are there 4 days? Because you're there for the crime. Oh, a polar. Oh, a polar. Oh, apple juice. Maybe I can cosplay Clavier again. It is his year. I don't know. I have too much to do. Anyway. Well, I hope to stream soon. It'll be, I guess, next week. So I can get a break after 3 days in a row. So I'll see you soon, and we'll see Apollo again on the 7th of July or the 8th. I have to check, I don't know, I'm sorry. Thank you for coming. Hey Satani. This one. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I see you guys later. Thank you again, I couldn't do it without you, etc, etc. I think there won't be anyone I can raid, but it's worth checking just in case. Oh, that's me. Oh, someone's playing... But... I think it's a different case. And there's also Japanese people playing. Oh, Carton is playing the Great Ace Attorney. We can raid in. Respell. Good work. Right.
Alright, let's rate. See you guys soon. Thank you. Bye bye.